Hi again. So the first thing that I like to talk about with a new client is how to breathe properly for exercise. We've all heard about breathing into your belly or breathing into your diaphragm, and that's great for relaxation, but it's not so great for the purposes of exercise. The question becomes, how are you going to get a full breath if you don't breathe into your belly or your diaphragm? Well, the truth is, most of us do not use our full lung capacity. Most of us breathe pretty shallowly up here into the front of our lungs and the top of our lungs. But did you know that your lungs go way down here, and in your back they go almost down to your waistline, and they are really like great big balloons inside your chest. So we're going to talk about directing our breath into the back and the sides of our lungs. I also like to talk to my clients about extending the duration of your inhale or your exhale. I talk about long, luxurious inhales and exhales. So let's just start breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. I'm going to breathe the way I like to teach my clients, and you just see if you can follow along and notice, how are you breathing right now? Let's do that once more. Notice what part of your lungs, if anything, is inflating. So the best way to begin is, frankly, just to use your brain and to tell yourself where you're going to direct your breath. Some people have an easier time inflating the back of their lungs, and some people have an easier time inflating the sides of your lungs. Play with it a little bit and see which is easier for you and start from there. I'm going to continue to breathe into and expand the back of my lungs. And I'm going to pull my t-shirt tight and turn around. And even though I'm wearing black, hopefully you can see that there is some movement around my rib cage. The other thing I want you to notice, I'm not lifting my shoulders when I inhale. Here's another couple of tricks. Try putting your hand on your tummy while you're breathing in and see if you can feel very, very little movement there. And then notice, where is the expansion? Is it in your back or is it in the sides of your lungs? Practice that a few times. If that still doesn't help you, I've got a couple of other tools for you. You can use a rope or a belt or even a long bath towel rolled up. Take it and put it around your rib cage. For women, it's just below the bra line, and for men, it's just below the pec line. And hold it in opposite hands very gently, so that as you inhale, you're going to see and feel your hands moving closer together because your ribs are expanding and pressing out on the rope. And then as you exhale, gently pull outwardly with your hands, and now you're using the rope to tell your ribs what to do and helping your lungs deflate. So let's try that a couple of times. Did you see the movement there? Give it a try on your own and see if that helps. If you're still having trouble, sometimes people do better lying over something like this exercise ball, or you can use an ottoman or a chair. I would just put a couple of pillows on it so that you pat it a little bit to protect your ribs in the front. So you're going to lean over it so that your back and this part of your lungs that we're trying to inflate, it's up in the air and exposed. Watch my back really carefully. Maybe you can see it inflating. Could you see that? Get yourself an exercise ball if you have one. Lean over it and give it a try. The other thing is, try sitting in a chair with your back up against the chair, and you can feel your ribs gently pressing back and out into the chair. That gives you some information about what your lungs are doing. Try lying down flat on your back. Then you can use the surface that you're lying on to give you some information. Also, keep putting your hands gently on your tummy, and you don't want to feel your belly really expanding and deflating. It's really more about the lungs. The final thing I want to say is, you can practice this whenever you have a moment. You don't have to breathe out loud. You can practice this standing in line at the grocery store, or if you go to the bank anymore and stand in line. I don't know many people that do that, but maybe you do. Or if you're stopped at a stoplight in your car. Certainly don't try this when you're changing lanes, but give yourself some time and practice it. And I know that you will have success, and it's really going to help when you get into your exercises. If you got any questions, put them in the comments section. Let me know if this was helpful.